Good. Draw your knees in, roll around on your back a little bit. Okay, kids, let's roll up together. I think I've got the lights on too bright in my studio. I'm going to fix that. It's better. Yeah, that's better. That was too much. Todd's picture is crooked. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I'll have to ask the artist. Somebody just got into class. Looks like Kristen as well. Good to have you on board. Oh, what a day. What a day. All right, I need to do some yoga. I want to chant Om with you. Nice big inhale. Om. May each and every participant watching now or anytime in the future be blessed with supernatural serenity and the peace that passes all understanding. Okay, let's just get right at it. If you're brand new watching on YouTube, just start going like this. I'm simulcasting on Zoom to many veteran friends. If you're watching on YouTube and you're brand new, just join in the fray. Good. Other way, one. This is yoga for everybody, or as I like to call it, yoga for everybody else in case you're not currently a circus performer. 5. Wednesday is more mellow, it's more yin, it's more joint juice. It's generally done down on the floor. Good. Now, can't recommend yoga blocks enough. Why? Because you're really tight and you can only lean forward this far, but you could support yourself. Maybe that. I could obviously continue this, but Wednesday's the night that we don't force. We just relax in and take half a minute in a forward fold. You can keep your arms out in front. Just find something that turns off your body. Less body, more, or less thinking, more body, I should say. More presence of being. After a while, I start to relax in. My butt goes back further. My arms relax more forward. Not struggling or straining. Taking my time. Okay, on your next inhale, come on up. As you might imagine, these go this way. It's very ritual, very, very sequential. What's the word? Sequacity. That's the word not many people know. Sequacity, the science of sequence. Sequacity. You could look it up. Relax. And now I'm kind of waddling my butt back a little bit. Now I'm going to roll out my forehead. Going to relax my shoulders. Don't worry, I hadn't heard the word sequacity before either, a couple weeks ago. Now my elbows are finally fitting down on the floor. That really relaxes my shoulders. I've thought enough today for 3 weeks. I don't want to think anymore. I just want to be. If you think you don't have time for this kind of yoga, you need to do it twice as much. Good, you guys. On your next inhale, come on up. We're off to a good start. Now I'm going to go back to the more familiar cross of my legs because tonight's a night for easy does it. Okay, I'm going up my back. Poof. Just primate see, primate do. Sometimes that's the best thing for me. I just find somebody else who's smarter or more calm or more peaceful, and I just copy them. Cut and paste, poof. Good, now I'm grabbing my elbows, kind of hugging my elbows side to side. Gets really tight up here when I'm working on hooking up all my tech equipment and want to scream. Good, other way, side, side. Do you ever feel like you've bitten off more than you can chew? I think that's not a bad place to play life, but boy, it's not so fun while you're gagging. Good, and that's my new name, Gag Riley. Now, this is something I made up. It's called Cat's Baking Biscuits, and I don't know what it is about it, but it makes me happy. Speaking of which, Ludi, hello! If you're brand new, most people subscribe for the cat. Now, acupressure, beat your thenar eminence together. This makes you young, rich, and prosperous. Good, now I do it down here and I pump. This is for my wrists. I'm dorsiflexing my wrists. I'm smushing my hips. Today I read a little bit about Saint Teresa. I actually saw a picture of her. She lived when there were pictures, and very charming looking young lady, but she was known as the Flying Saint because she would inadvertently levitate while she was praying and meditating, and the other sisters had to hold her down because she was always flying up to the top of the sanctuary and it was pissing off the superiors. Good, then I'm going to release out of that. Just a regular inhale, not a big deal. Now I'm going to do a little twist to my right. Left hand, right knee, right arm behind me. I wonder if she really flew around. These things are hard to judge, aren't they? Now I'm going to turn just my face to the left, even though my chest is going to the right. This is called turning the other cheek. Every pose is a little prayer. We're cultivating a mood tonight. Inhale. Good. Come on out. Simple, isn't it? Aren't you glad you found this channel? You could be watching more politics and driving yourself more crazy. Why not just do this instead? Now, turn left, right hand, left knee, left arm behind you. I've been watching YouTube videos on how to get latency issues out of my YouTube channel because it's buffering because of inadequate KPS per millisecond ratios. That is so much fun. Now turn your face all the way to the right, chest left, butt stable. Have a stable butt. Fall asleep on me if you want. I've put a lot of people to sleep. A lot of first date snoring. Good, and release out of that. Good job. Inhale for an Om with me. Up you go. Om. Now, you might not be a praying person, but why don't you just start? Hands at your heart. If you're already a prayer, prayer is the aiming of the mind, body, and spirit to the highest that we know. It's the appeal to the source. What you pray is up to you. I think prayer is a great art, skill, and science, and we can always get better at it. Good. Okay. All right, now, feet together. Now, some people use prayer as an absurdity. It's just like imploring God, like Santa Claus, to fill their list. So I guess if it works, God, please give me a new Maserati. Now I'm just going to shake out my groins a little bit. Been sitting all day trying to figure out latency issues in my video switcher on YouTube Live. Super fun. And then my hip flexors, they atrophy. Now I'm going to push my knees all the way down because I can. If you can't, too bad. Your arms are good for something else. Good. That's opened up. That feels better. Back to my cross. And then, oh boy, 2, 3, 4. Great good is coming. Expectancy of better days. It's good now and getting better. We're never done. We never get to a point and then, well, we peaked. It's never true. 8, other way. Now, yoga keeps that real in our experience. You have to have an open, lively, and frisky nervous system. You have to be purry and furry and frisky and risky. 6, 7, 8. Good. Now relax your head down for 20 seconds. I'm going to rub my eyes. My eyes are sore from reading manuals. Stop thinking. Be unusually happy for no reason. Boy, am I holding my shoulders up. Sometimes I catch myself. I'll inhale and lift my shoulders. On exhale, down they drop like 4 inches. It's like, wow, I was just exerting all that unnecessary holding. The only time I let go is to get a tighter grip. Put the oars down, would ya? Okay, and then pause when agitated. Pause up. If you can't get your hands down, don't worry about it. Some friends can bring their hands all the way flat backwards. Drop your chin. Kind of angle your elbows in. If I was there, I'd rub the back of your neck for you. You'd say, ooh, ah. I like it when people say vowels to me. It's when people are yelling at me in consonants. It's not good. Vowels are good. Now, sometimes I even walk my cats left and right. I used to call it walking my dogs, but my cat got wind of it, so I decided. Good, now hold perfectly still for 13 seconds. Not a fidget, not a wiggle, not a movement. Be still and know. Psalm 46, line 10. That's a crazy line. Be still and know that you're God. What does that mean? That's good contemplation, isn't it? Okay, this could just kind of go screw yourself inward and go screw yourself outward. For me, that's a euphemism. It's a good one. Go screw yourself in and out. Now all the in you got, handcuffs up your back, poultries. By the way, you might be brand new, you're crunchy in Cleveland. You can't do this. Stick with it. Feet together, elbows inside your knees. And I have bendy bears in Bloomington that can squeeze their elbows all the way in together. If there's one thing I want in my class, it's diversity. I want very variable. I want all ilks. There's a lot of YouTube yoga of everybody's perfect, everybody can do everything, and then life hits, and now we're wiser and smarter, and we can afford more car insurance. Good, and then 1, 2. This is life-saving. This cures everything. Good, other way. This is good for allergies because it keeps the pollen from going in your nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, now shake caca off of your hands. Did you know that one of the great Brazilian soccer players in the world right now, his name is Kaká? But not that, shake caca off of your hands, not Kaká. That's a pretty cool name. Those Brazilians, they know how to live. Any culture that wears fruit in their hats. By the way, a lot of friends watching from Brazil. What do we got here? Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, Brasilia. Nice to have you on board. No ifs, andies, or buts about it. Faster, faster. Good, now cup your hands at your heart. I love having a worldwide audience. It connects a network, a wiring of love all the way around the planet. And if you don't believe that, then you should probably start believing that because it's good for you. Good, then we're going to stretch our pins out. Did you know you could change your beliefs? Some people think beliefs are fixed in our brain. Rub your hands. Fact, not friction. Good, then cup your palms over your eyes and look into the velvety, beautiful spaciousness of your inner world. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking over and over again. Yogis call them samskaras. Some are good for you, some ain't. Yoga gets rid of the bad ones. Good. Okay, now I know a lot of my friends are crispy in Cleveland, so you might just bring your right ankle over. The left shin is not folding under yet. That might take a couple of weeks. And then crank your ankle. By the way, this is a sequence I've been doing for 49 years. I'm celebrating my 50th year of doing yoga. Next year, God willing, 7-8. Now, you'd think I'd be being able to disappear and lay on bed of nails and read people's minds, and I've been able to do that forever. That's child's play. Good. Now, but be peaceful and calm. That's the hard work. Crack your toes. A lot of the yogic skills that seem so amazing, flying and stuff, that's child's play to being peaceful. Good. All right. Good job. Right leg out. Good. A lot of great yogis have been able to fly and levitate, but they treat their followers like crap. So it's not the most important thing. Fold your right shin under if you can. In my yoga teaching, I don't have followers. I have companions, cohorts, other way. You don't want to follow me. You just want to go in the direction that I'm going. 6, 7, 8. I do point in very good directions. Crack, 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 and quack. Good job. Boy, did I need yoga today. Can you tell? Bottoms up. Cheers for rears. Champagne bottoms, caviar rears. Up you go. I do this move every day, and I don't look a day over whatever age you think I look. And come on down. Good. Right shin. Do you ever see yourself in a certain light and you go, I look spectacular, and then you see yourself in a different light and it's like, oh my God. So Let's get over cosmetic appearances, shall we? Right shin folded under and lift up. This stretches your underpants. Lift up. Good, sink down. Now here's one I've not done for a while with my right shin folded under, left knee out to the side. Floorward fold. Now if you come down and you can't go no further, that's why we're doing it. And I bet you $1,000 your right butt cheek is floaty. So relax your right butt cheek down. Spread your armpits. Now, if you're really bendy and your butt is down, walk your hands over to the right a little bit. Put your left hand on top of your right hand and break your left bra strap. Lean into that side. On your next inhale, please come up, yogis. Counter pose with fists. You know what? We already did that. Actually, turn to the right and release your hands. Get a nice little twist. About 5 more minutes of joint juice. Then we're doing restorative with chloroform and washcloths. It's going to be great. In yoga, they say use eye pillows. I like to augment them. Good, now release. Now I've heard word that a lot of my worldwide audience, a lot of people have tight asses, so grab your right foot and open up your acetabulum. It's your hip joint. Now most people don't do this. It may be considered inelegant or gratuitous, but I don't care. I don't care. Good. Okay. Right knee out to the side, left shin folds under. There you go. Okay, champagne bottoms, caviar rears. I want to hear your yoga pants squeak as you lift up. I want to hear your vestigial tail lilty. Up you go. Otherwise, you never stretch your quadricep muscles and they just turn to blocks of stone. Good, come on down. Now, just for fun, take your bayonet fingers. There's this crease between where your leg meets your torso, and just dig in there. If you dig in far enough, you'll find still belted cords. Explore in there. Is there something in your pocket that you didn't expect? Good. Now, forward fold. A lot of us are going to come down to the right. I want you to edge a little bit to the left. When you feel your butt fly up to the ceiling, like Sister Teresa, counterweight with your hands pushing into the floor. Bendy bears, walk your hands to the left. Super bendy bears, right hand on left hand. Get what you need tonight. Ah, there goes the BART train. I'm in Bay Area. Bay Area Rapid Transit goes rolling by every couple minutes. It's about a mile away. It sounds like waves coming in and out. It's very relaxing. Good, come on up. Now let's get that little twist in that we did in this seed pose. So look, turn left. Now, I got friends with long arms. This right hand is going to grab their left ankle. I like to grab my left hip. I'm done grabbing other people's hips. I'm going to grab my hips. You spend your whole life reaching for other people's hips when you got to set right down there. What is it about other people's hips? Inhale. Exhale. I guess that's organic polarity, isn't it? It's that old positive, negative thing. Now, I'm not going to have tight asses in my class. I want your buns supple, perky, buoyant, and fun. Other way. You know, it doesn't take a lot of this. God does not make too hard terms. He's given us these beautiful bodies to live in. We don't have to be at the gym 18 hours a day. You just do this with me and you'll be fine. You'll be as sane and as serene as I am. One more time up because it's good for you. Head back. Now push your belt buckle up into your ceiling. Good. Come on down. This is my cat. It's called displacement behavior. Okay, I have got to do restorative yoga now. I have to. So here's the deal. If you don't have blocks, too bad. I've told you to get them for too long now, so just do it. But we're going to do the one on the back. A block or two is going to go underneath our hips. I have to invert right now to drain my brain and to relax my nervous system. Join me, would you? So if you don't have blocks, go down to my description in the YouTube channel, click on my link, and you can get blocks at twice retail. Okay? All right, now, this underneath block thing is very personal. You might be really tight, so one little baby block sideways underneath your booty is fine. These are my smaller blocks. I left my big ones at the yoga studio. Oops. Now that I have a yoga studio again. Super cool. All right, now, that's not too high. Knees come in. Legs go up. To me, this is life-saving. It cools off my overheated head, brings my breathing down to my belly, relaxes my chest, soothes my sternum. Reverses my circulation. And you got to spend some time in this one. Fortunately, I have my cell phone right here and I can check my messages. Now, I know why you do yoga. It's not because you're a sage or a saint. It's because your mind goes too fast and you need to calm down and find your higher power. Same as me. And it's easier together. Now I'm going to say this next movement is optional, but I have to lay on my back and widely angle out my legs once a day. And it keeps me super healthy from in the southern hemisphere of my body. I want everything down there operating at peak efficiency. And Supta Upavishta Konasana on blocks really facilitates that. But you might be brand new and thinking, that's not helping. That's going to tear me a new one. So just a little. Ankles, 5, 4, 3, 2, other way, 1. I want these beautiful legs of mine to remain functional, healthy, and happy for as long as I'm cruising around in this vehicle. Good, now I'm going to squeeze my legs back together. Now, I'm just bending my knees so my bent knees fall down toward my chest. This is just laying on your back with your knees in, except my hindquarters are lifted, I don't know, 6, 7 inches. And this allows my lower back to relax down. It spinally decompresses my lumbars. A priest, a witch doctor, and a rabbi walked into a lumbar, and my knees are just falling in. It's a great yin yoga pose. Now there's a variation of this that's much stronger. you would bring your legs up and then you let your legs fold over your body without your knees bent. And this is called Supta Paschimottanasana. And my blocks are a little high for this one, but it's a pretty good, strong, but very patient stretch of the back of your legs. So you can have legs straight or knees bent. You're welcome to try both. I love the straight legs version. It's my favorite slow, patient, deep back bend or forward fold, sorry. Back bend, forward fold, same thing, just different. Now your knees can be bent, so no complaining. Good, now this is the sequence that I made up. My left thigh goes over my right thigh. My left ankle goes underneath my right ankle, which I'll be doing that in a couple months. Completely revamped my diet. And let your right foot down. Just put my right foot right on the computer. I hope I didn't turn the class off. Guess I'll find out. This gets so deep into your hips, groins, hip flexors, psoas, piriformis. This is the bomb. Oh boy. Good stuff tonight. If you can do this with your knees and your ankles crossed and your buns lifted, you're my hero. And I like having heroes. Everybody needs somebody, a role model, somebody to look up to. I have many. Breathe deep from your belly button. Good, now I'm going to bring my crossed knees into my chest. Wonder how far I can bring them in to about there. Then it becomes yin yoga. Why I in this pose so long. Good, then leggies back up. Leggies out super wide for hi, how you doing pose. Right thigh over my left like a sewing machine needle. And then super bendies, right ankle underneath your left. If I just sprayed my lower body with avocado oil, which actually sounds good, I'm going to bring my left foot down now. Doink. This is one of the best poses I've ever thought of or stolen from somebody else. Can't remember. Makes me yawn. Yawning relaxes your jaw, deepens your breath. Yawning is a form of breath control, pranayama it's called, or I call it pranayana. "30 more delicious seconds, no rush. Take your time. Okay, my friends, my knees are coming back in. They're crossed. I uncrossed them. Now my knees fall down deeper, more toward my chest. I'm able to compress more. If I straighten my legs in Supta Paschimottanasana with butt lift, then I have a deeper forward fold. This yoga stuff really works. Now, I'm just like a regular old yogi. I am not a great physical specimen. God just made me like, another bozo on the bus. God's trying to teach me a few things in this lifetime. I'm very stubborn. Stubborn's good sometimes. Good, then legs back up. And one more splits to keep Southern Hemisphere happy. Of all of my 68-year-old friends, I can do the widest splits with my legs. And I can hit the golf ball way further than they can. You know who you are. Good. Now, knees back together, feet on the floor. Now, when you just put your feet on the floor, you're in Setu Bandhu Sarvangasana, supported bridge pose. In this pose, I like my hips up. Now that my feet are planted, I can elevate my hiney a little higher. I love elevating my hiney. And oh my God, this, when you're in heaven and you die, you go to this pose. Stretches the back of my neck. Shoulders are relaxed. My sacrum is level. My feet are not parallel, but they should be. Stretches my spine into extension. This stimulates my vagus nerve, that big nerve that runs straight down the center of the front of y'all. And that associates with your parasympathetic nervous system. And that associates with your happy stuff. Good, then I'm just going to slide my legs as far forward as I can. And that really gets the upper segment of my quadriceps, hip flexors. I'd cross my ankles, but my laptop's in the way. You have to be a very bendy bear to get your toes down. Take your time. Yoga takes like a couple months. This is the stuff that really, when I get twittipated and agitated, this is the stuff that cools my jets. I have people depending on me. Good, now I'm going to bring my feet in. Now, just for the sheer fun, I'm going to lift up my butt as high as I can. I like to see how high that is. Some days it's kind of like zero. Way up here. Get the blocks out of the way. Bring my butt down. I bring my feet together. My arms are out to the side. And I call this Wile E. Coyote after he's been run over by the steamroller. Okay, my lovelies, and then we will reassemble ourselves back up. I'll take roll. Ha! Everybody's still in class. Good. Yoga really changed when you could do it online because you could do it in your living room at any moment. Just get out a big bag of Cheetos, turn on your programs, But no, you stay in your yoga practice, right? So now, see this? I'm going to karate chop these 2 blocks in half. No, actually, I'm going to do a controversial yoga pose. And it is, if you're 7, it's not controversial at all, but it's actually incredibly relaxing when you can kneel. Kneel is associated with humility and calm and peace. Now, I don't think you should be up on 2 blocks if you're a really good kneeler. If you're a really good kneeler, your knees slide together, your ankles widen out, and your butt cheeks go on the floor. Your 2 buns would make an impression in the floor, but that might not be happening. So that's why God invented, my buns are this high. They're filled with helium. But I'm slapping my knees in a little bit, kind of widening my feet out. So believe it or not, this is a yin restorative pose. And if you do this yoga mudra, you cup your hands and lay them in your lap, your laptop. And if you drop your chin and you close your eyes, you can meditate in this pose for a minute. Stop thinking. Don't you dare leave class right now. In yoga, this is called a bija. Bija, it means a seed, S-E-E-D pose. It means that this pose grows into scores of other positions. Today in my guitar lesson with my cruel, amazing teacher, we worked on one movement of my hand, the hardest finger yoga I've ever done. I was so unhappy and crabby. But he said, you're going to have to slow down to go faster. And I want to get him in one of my yoga classes so bad, torture him. Okay, now just drag this foot out. Right shin folded under, left foot out. Put your right elbow on your left knee. Put your right elbow outside your left knee. Now, I'm using this elbow knee leverage to kind of move my intestines in and squish my spine further over to the left. Now, you might be new. You might be atrophied in Atlanta. You can't get your elbow outside your knee. But maybe you're kneeling all the way down and your right hand comes all the way to the floor. Good. Now I'm going to pull my hands into prayer, and that's going to help me to turn a little more. And I'm going to sink my body weight down into my thigh. Now, this is a forward fold. This is a twist. It's a kneel. It's a shoulder relaxer. If your right hand's down on the floor, just take your left arm behind your back, snake it around till it clasps inside your right thigh. I used to do that, but then I got a job. Good. Inhale up out of that one. That is a $3.50 pose right there. Now, from here, there's a funky pose called Kranchasana. It means heron or crane. And for newbies who are really miserable, just bring your left knee up and just straighten it out. And you'll be like, yikes, that is so tight. Otherwise, you bring it in more and you grab your left big toe with your left 2 peace fingers and you straighten it out. Now, if you're really bendy, you just lift it all the way up and you kind of slide your left calf behind your head. But this is fine for most. Now I'm going to inhale and I'm going to bend the knee. I'm going to exhale and I'm going to straighten it for super stretchiness. Inhale, bend. Again, you come up with your variation. Exhale, straighten. Good. And bring it in and set it down. Good. Just one side tonight, you guys. And slide this under, slide this out. This is why the sitting on the block thing is happening. Now, I'm going to pull my right heel in, going to kind of inwardly focus my thighs. Going to get long, stretchy spine. I'm going to turn over here. Hey, my elbow doesn't make it to my knee. Rats. I should probably quit yoga. No, you should stick with it. Elbow outside your knee. Now I'm using this elbow knee leverage. This gets deep into my spine. It twists me way down to my Shiva Shakti energy, which I need. And then I get to like, ooh, that is man, I'm stretching my calf down here. I could just dangle this arm and lean down into my leg, hands into prayer, right arm behind my back, sink in. I am totally doing double duty by even getting my right Achilles. In this class, we do all the things. Stop thinking. This is the stop thinking pose. I have this technical issue, technology issue I've been dealing with for 2 days. And in this class, for about 60 minutes, I've mostly forgotten about it. Lean down into yourself. Good. Now, on your next inhale, come on up. Good timing. Now, you're brand new and it's like, golly, I am so stuck. That's okay. You just lift it up and go, wow, I feel some life coming back in my body. That's what yoga does. Or maybe you just extend it out a little bit. Maybe one of your family members is there and you could just kick them right in the rear because that's what you want to do with your family members sometimes. Then I reach and I grab my right great toe and you're so tight that you straighten to here and you go, huh. Otherwise, straighten it out and lift it up. But lean forward while you're doing it. Good. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten it out to the degree that you can. Yoga's progressive. Inhale, bend, and you're never done, so you can't feel superior to others. You now just keep lifting it up, bring it behind your head. My teacher used to do it all the time. Good. Now brings it down, sets it down. Simultaneous slide lefty out. And this, I made up a pose called restorative squatting because most people over 50 have a hard time sitting on the floor in a squat. So I invented this pose. I invented all of the poses. And this actually just stretches the you-know-what out of my Achilles, my lower calf, soleus, folds my hip flexors. You guys got to trust me on this stuff. Good. Now we're going to come out of that. And now I'm going to dismount. If you did this whole thing without sitting on blocks, hats off. You're my hero. Now this comes down. And if we ever deserved a night of a good long Shavasana with a piano bench, this is the night. So pretty soon I'm going to have a Steinway at my yoga compound in Thailand. I've already figured out which one I'm going to get. But in the meantime, God has given me an electric Yamaha. Thank you, God. I'm very happy with it. There's a little extra cushion. Now what? That doesn't look very comfortable. That's not the pose, you sillies. If you don't have an ottoman, a couch, a chair, a friend. You can just lay flat. Once I get here, I elevate my money maker and I lift it up and oh God, I do Shavasana with my friends. If your legs are just higher up, you're cool, okay? I want your upper back just flat and melty on the floor, probably palms up. I'm going to come grab your jaw and your mouth like your grandparents did and circle your chin around for you. You hated that. Just relax your face. Get your hands off me, Grandpa, but it's good when you do it. And now we're going to be quiet for about 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Looney, kitty, 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 kitty. Slow and smooth out your breathing. If you're brand new to yoga, you do nothing for 5 minutes. It's stellar. About 2 more minutes. Good night for extra relaxing. Okay, my friends, slowly start to come back to your breath. No rush. Take your time. Breathe back into your body. Good. Feel your body weight back on the earth. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, maybe your nose, and circulate super high quality feel good through yourself. Good. Curl onto your favorite side, whichever side is most happy. Okay, keep those eyes closed when we sit up. Those are the rules. It keeps your creamy filling on the inside. Your creamy filling is your God presence. Hands come into our common heart, our uncommonly beautiful connected heart. Our heads bow to our intellect bows to the heart sooner or later. And this beautiful connected necklace of glorious souls around the planet, all together we say, Namaste. Now must stay, but now must go. So I always say goodbye to YouTube friends first. Sorry Looney wasn't here tonight. You think I'm going to control my cat? Good luck. But he'll be here for next class. Make sure you like and subscribe. It just makes it more likely that he'll be here next time. So thanks, YouTubers. Leave a comment.